Okay, this is homework 5-5. We are looking on the homework side. Number one, what we're looking for again is just a way to connect this shape with this equation, right? So, we've got 12 times 11 minus 4 times 5 minus 2 times 5. What they're looking for there is they just want you to notice that this would be 12 and this would be 11. So the whole rectangle would be in here. So once you figure out that area, right, then all you need to do is take out these two little pieces, right? And we know that this has got to be 2 and this has got to be 4. So 4 times 5, 5 times 2, and we get rid of these two pieces, thus leaving us with just the area in here, which is what we were looking for. Right? So now we're looking at this one, and all it does is says 7 times 11 plus 5 squared. So this is an example. They wanted you to just do a different idea. Right? So we have 7 times 11. 7 times 11 would be this area. 5 and 5 would be this area. So that's how this would correspond to that expression. Okay, so now we're looking at 4. Where does the 6 in the area come from? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is here. They want us to connect that expression to this net, this cube that's been taken apart. The e squared, where does that come from? It's the area of one face. So this is e, and since this is a cube, right, all the sides are going to be the same. So if you take e times e, it'll give you the area for one face, and you multiply it by 6. It says write another possible expression. There's all kinds of numbers. One's down here, e squared, e squared, e squared, e squared, right? E times 4 times e plus 2 times e squared. Right? They divided it into different divided it into different pieces. Right? They just took different parts of the equation. Right? This is the number of these two are the number of sides. Here they're multiplying e times e to get the area. Here they're multiplying e times e to get that area. All right. How much paper would it take to cover a cube with edges 2.5 centimeters long? Right? Here they're just saying it's a fancy way of take 2.5 and plug it in up here. And you would get this answer. Right, so basically what they're saying is here is a real situation. Up here, this is a real situation. Here is the expression for that situation. And now that once you have connected the expression to the real situation, you can use it to solve. Okay. We're now on 5-5, the remembering side. Matt saved the same amount each week. At the end of 3 weeks, he has $12. How many weeks will it take him to save 36? Right. You can do this a lot of ways, but if you take 3, right, and divide that into 12, you can see that he's saving $4 a week, right? $36. Divide that by the $4 he's saving each week, and that comes out to $9. 9 weeks to save $36. Okay. For number 2, Jose made a candle in the shape shown. What is the surface area of the candle? This is, again, one of those things where you're just looking to take the whole thing apart. It's an octagon. So basically, what you need to do is figure out that triangle, right? It's 10 on a side, 8 to the middle. 10 times 8 is 80. Divide it by 2 because it is a triangle, and that's 40. You multiply that by 8 sides. Then you do the same thing for these large triangles on the outside, right? We've got, it's 8 inches on the side, 11 up the middle. All this can be seen right here in this drawing. So then it's 8 times 11. Half of that is 44. You multiply those out, right? And that brings you back to 672 inches. Okay. Write an expression for the phrase or number of dots. When possible, evaluate the expression for k equals 12. So you've got 2 parts here. You want to write an expression, right, that corresponds to these dots. And then you want to be able to evaluate that expression for k equaling 12. So, you've got k dots, so we've got 2 times k, yep, that would work fine. And you've got 2 dots, so it adds 2 times 2, because you have 2 boxes worth 2, right? Here they rewrote it, they just said k plus 2 plus 2, just got rid of it, right? And here they have 2 times k plus 2. That's a little tricky. What they just did is they said that you've got a k and you've got plus 2, add them together, multiply that by 2, and it would be the same thing, thanks to the associative property. And then if you plug in the 12, right, k plus k, 12 plus 12 is 24. Add these 2 dots, which together are 4 dots, and it becomes 28. Again, there's lots of expressions here, right? We've got 4 plus 4, and then 3 plus 3 plus 3. So you could do 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or you could do 2 times 4 plus 2 times 3. There's any number of ways you could arrange that. The important thing is that you have some combination where you represent all the 4s and all the 3s, either by addition or multiplication. Okay. Here we got 5, right? We've got, right, this big block of dots here. Right, big block of dots here. There's 2 of them, right? This is 5 by 5. This is 5 by 5. So you have 2 times 5 by 5 here, and then a 6 in the middle. Add 6. So there you go. That would be one example. Over here we've got dots, k dots, k dots, k dots, and then 8 dots here. So here you've got 8 dots times 3 times k. Here you've got 2 times 4, which is just saying this is a group of 4 and this is a group of 4. Multiply it by 2, plus k, plus 2k, right? Just different ways of rearranging them, right? But, and the result is you have 3 times k, which we set up here, which said in instructions it was 12. That would be 44. Add 8, and you have 44. I'm sorry, this would be 36, plus 8 would be 44. Okay. Divide k by 4. Pretty straightforward. K divided by 4. Not a whole lot you can do differently with that. Subtract 3 4/5 from k. Okay, here you have k minus 3 4/5. That equals 8 1/5. Stretch your thinking for those of you who chose to do it. It says make a diagram for the expression 4 times n plus 4. Explain how the diagrams, it shows the expression. Here you got n dots, n dots, n dots, n dots, right? And there's a 4 added on to each of the n's, and there's 4 of them total. So, right, you've got 4 sets, and in each set you have an n dot and a 4. Pretty straightforward. Alright, that's the end, so let's get ready to proceed with our new math for today.